I had visited India before, but this was my first trip off the beaten track. Staying with friends or in the luxurious hotels of Bombay and Calcutta, provided with modern conveniences, can give little indication of the conditions to be met with when leaving the highways. But this was an adventure in a cause, and nothing else mattered. For some years it had been my wish to meet one of the real holy men of India, but so far it was a vain one. I had, it is true, spoken with a few saintly men, and also some fakirs of the mediumistic type, who were no doubt sincere enough in their own way. But they were not what I was seeking. Then I was told of Sri Ramana Maharshi, and even from the little I heard, I knew I would travel anywhere and put up with any inconvenience in order to reach him. The friend who gave me the welcome news of his existence offered to take me to him, and so we arrived at Tiruvannamalai late one afternoon. We put up at that none too clean accommodation, the Dak bungalow, or traveler's rest house, which is all that is offered to the wayfarer who strays from the cities. No bedding is provided, and there is seldom much furniture. But we left my servant to wrestle with such details and made our way to the bazaar, and then up to the ashram in a cart drawn by a pony. The end of our drive found us somewhat battered but full of expectation. Several of the people living in the ashram, mostly devotees, came out to greet us. Amongst them was the younger brother of the Maharshi. He was dressed in the ochre robe denoting a sannyasin, one who has renounced the world. The others were not strictly monks in the Western sense of the word, nor is an ashram a monastery. It is a place where people wishing to study or follow a spiritual life may live. Often there are no orders or binding rules, and anyone can come and go as he pleases. Even women, though not allowed to sleep on the premises, are welcomed. Most of the people spoke English and greeted me in a most friendly manner. This was encouraging, for I was nervous, having been told that I was the first European woman so far to visit the Maharshi. We were then taken to him at once to see this holy man, the Maharshi, and after making the Indian salutation by holding two palms together and raising them thus joined to the forehead, we laid our offerings on the ground before him. He was seated on a divan upon which was spread a large leopard skin. In front of the divan, sandal sticks were burning and a small brazier of coals, on which a special kind of incense was constantly being thrown. About a dozen people were present in the hall. They spoke in low tones to one another, and a child prattled to his mother. But soon these sounds ceased, and there was quiet. I sat cross-legged on the floor with the others, though a chair had been thoughtfully provided for me. For a while, nothing happened. I tried to concentrate my mind. Suddenly, I became conscious that the Maharshi's eyes were fixed on me. They seemed, literally, like burning coals of fire piercing through me. They glittered in the dim light. Never before had I experienced anything so devastating. In fact, it was almost frightening. What I went through in that terrible half hour, in a way of self-condemnation and scorn for the pettiness of my own life, would be difficult to describe. Not that he criticized, even in silence, of that he was incapable. But in the light of perfection, all imperfections are revealed. To show how little responsible he was for my feelings, he told me later on that doubting, self-distrust, and self-depreciation are some of the greatest hindrances to realization of reality. The Maharshi then got up and went for his evening walk. This was the signal for the general exodus, and we all trooped outside.